Hey guys, Monkey Man here today, and I just wanted to go through with you guys just my process of how I built a deck for pre-release. And I got with me an extra spare pre-release box that I didn't open, and I just want to go through it as if I was there at the pre-release with you guys and tell you my thought process behind how I decide what goes into my sealed deck for the night. Now, on the night, I didn't do that well. I chose green and black as my colors, and that was probably not the best decision when I had some really good artifacts I could have used instead. I didn't do much research in the set, so yeah, I could have done much better. I ended up making a sideboard deck, so I had a sideboard of 40 cards that I just like transferred over, and so I lost every first game, and then I won every second game, which is hilarious. But yeah, that's what happens sometimes. You get a bit of force. You don't really think about foresight or what people are going to build. So we'll just crack this open, see what we got as a main one. Ooh, nice land. Botanical Sanctum. I think I have one of those as well, and the normal style as well. Do I have it? I don't remember what land I pulled, to be honest. I'll check real quick. Yep. So I pulled a normal one, but now I've got a shiny foil version, which will be pretty awesome if Teemo colors break out this season. I've got another Phoptera, which I'm going to build and put on display. Alright. You can mix and match it, make it look however you like. I might just keep that as memories package. Already built one. Ooh, I got another white die. I love my white dies. Yeah. It's very clean, this one. I like it. Okay, so let's go through the structure, like, real quickly. I'll have 6 packs, and I'll just crack them quickly and organize them in their color. So, before anything, I crack open a pack and organize the cards in color format. So, example, I'm just going to go real fast as I can without damaging the cards. And always look at the back because they're rarest. Ooh, harsh scrutiny, gonna need that in the future. Perpetual timepiece, and oh look, blooming marsh, good lands. So lands are very important because they kind of give you an idea of what you're gonna play, and what colors you can mix and match. But also you want that key card, that powerful card that's the one we're searching for. And I always keep my tokens just aside, and my lands. All right, so we got black. Harsh scrutiny looks good. Okay. White, blue, ooh, revolutionary rebuff. I needed some of those. Yeah. Push the Fiend. Green, red, white, colors. Blue, green. And I'll just go through all that. At this point, I'm just probably going to fast forward. So, yeah, in a few seconds, you'll probably see me with a big pile of cards with different colors. Alright guys, I'm back. So with all the boxes unlocked and stacked up, these are kind of like the piles that I create. So I have a multicolored pile, the reds, the greens, the whites, the blues, blacks, colors, and I made a separate pile for vehicles because if there was an opportunity to get vehicles in my set, I would probably do it, because I did notice halfway through that I got a Depala, the Pilot Exemplar, which is pretty good. It stacks with the vehicles. So last time I played blue. What was it? It was black and green, which wasn't a bad option. But this time around, I am probably favoring, thanks to my two land pools. I probably wouldn't use the other two because they're green, black, and black and blue, green and blue. But those two Spire Buffs are making the red blue and a splash of white just for like some Mistweaver Angel and I guess some Aether Storm would be pretty good as well. I'm just gonna use those. But yeah, it's looking like I'm gonna go red, blue, vehicles, kind of, some artifacts, and these cards here, which can all go in a Jeskai colored kind of deck. Alright guys, so this is where I kind of like got myself at after picking my colors of red, blue, white. Decided to go artifact, vehicle a little bit, and dwarves. So like Jeskai dwarves with some vehicle cantrip, and hopefully I can get one of these guys down, do some extra stuff, and basically late game finales in white. I'm not playing that much red. I thought I'd play more red, but in the end it looks like I'm just using red for the cantrips and blue for the flying, small flying creatures, as well as a little bit of cantrips and card draw power. Then the real big boys come down with the vehicles being pretty broken, but they do demand using crew, which are going to be basically the dwarves after they've done their initial beginning play. So this is 24 cards altogether. I like to stop around 24 cards, 25, and then just put the rest as lands. So I've got 16 cards I can work with lands, and 2 of them already taken out by Spire, Bluff, Canal. So the trick is if you're playing 2 colors, it's quite simple. You just go half-half. Or if you're playing more of one color, you add 2 cards and minus 2 cards from the other color, if you want to see more of that color. And it's pretty simple. So, but if you want to play 3 colors, which is I try to do in every sealed event, I try to play 3 colors because it opens you up to a lot more power in the late game. And if you can successfully make it to late game with your sealed deck, then you've probably built it right. And because the sealed format does last a lot longer, you usually do get to turn 6, and by then you'll have all the land colors you need, as long as you draw into some of the lands you need. So I'm going to come back and tell you what lands I've chosen. Alright, as I said before, I had 26 cards. So out of the 40 card sealed deck you're allowed to have, I'm only allowed to put in 16 land. So for the deck you just saw, this is the kind of ratio I want out of my deck. Basically there's not many red cards, and I don't really care if I don't hit any of my red cards because they're all cantrips, they're just like for fun. But what I'm caring about is the blue and white, because they're the main base of cards I'm going to be using to kind of like get my crews out, my dwarves and my flying birds that I'm going to be using as crews for some of the big hitting creatures. I'm also going to be able to produce some energy through some of the artifacts I showed. Energy we'll be able to use to make a few things, like I have a character that makes servos, I think. And as well as that, I've also counted the 2 cards here as red, because the red's not important to me, so this is why it's here. And basically, this is both red and blue, so I will be seeing a lot blue, but I've compensated by putting more planes in than blue, even though I have an equal amount of want for both colors, and the red is just a splash. That's the thing, if you are trying to go 3 colors in sealed events, it's usually just a splash for some like 2 or 3 cards that you really wanted to play, just for basically for either some stops or power-ups or boosts, or if you just wanted to have fun and play some weird ass cantrips. So I'm just going to shuffle up this deck real quick and do some pretend card draws and show you how it would have played. Alright. Let's go through an example hand. I just shuffled this deck up real quick. I'll just cut it for good measure. Sometimes cutting it for good measure just makes it the worst measure, but let's give it a chance. So let's draw our 7 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, I'll keep that. I want to do a land drop every turn. This is more of a mid-game, late-game deck. Alright. Play if it open. I'll play the first few turns out, see what I do, kind of. See if I'd possibly win, but in this case, probably play the planes first. Alright. The next turn I would draw. Yes, Nest Crane. Flying is usually very good, especially in sealed formats, limited formats. 4 cards of library, which are going to be these 4, and I can get an artifact from them and put them into my hand, which is perfect. Renegade Freightar. Whoops. Fix that up real quick. And the rest would go in the bottom of my library, I think. Yep. That was pretty good filtering. So that's why Nest Crane MVP, and it did destroy me in my pre-release event. Alright, next turn I draw into a card. Good, I got that land drop I needed. I'd probably play that plus Chief of the Foundry and swing at 1. So at this point I draw again for my next turn. Got the planes I needed. I'm pretty much cheering. I got my blue and my white up as I expected I would. What would I do here? I'd probably play the Renegade and then... Yeah, I'll play the Renegade. Hopefully they don't have any removal. Crew these two. And just attack in for what would look like with the artifact boost of the Chief of the Foundry and the +1/+1 trample. It's a 6/5 swinging in with trample. Does it get haste? I wouldn't be able to use it for haste, so I'll just probably keep it there. Be broken if it had haste. That's why I'd probably play it with red if I had the right cards. But yeah, I'd play that for sure and leave it like that. Next turn I'm definitely going to save my mana up for the Glimmer of Genius. Alright, so next draw. Good, another blue flyer. Alright, so I'll just drop my land drop for that turn. Pretty good. I really want a Glimmer, but I can drop 2 flyers, which is pretty good. One needs a crew of 1, but it's not important. And I think I crewed it wrong the other day. Yeah, you only need a power of 2 or more altogether with the total power. So I could probably crew both of these. I'm just going to drop that other artifact. Right now I'm sitting with a lot of power on the board and a lot of flying power as well. Probably just tap that to give that the crew, and I'll just attack like this. Send those in. And yeah, at this point it's just maintaining, I guess, and then crewing. So the next turn I'd probably draw into a land. Good. Like I said, at this point you have all the land you need. So I got 4 there for Glimmer, and I got planes there. I'll probably just mix and match the colours. Drop the Knife Bridge Patrol and keep the 4 mana up to Glimmer during their turn. I'd also swing with probably this and that, 2 blue flyers. I'd crew this using the new dwarf I just dropped down, because you can do that, I'm pretty sure. And then I'd just crew that with that and then swing with these 2 as well. And right now it's just it's going pretty good, I guess. They would have to have a lot of removal to play against the cards I have with that much force, flying force especially, and trample force. It's pretty good. And then I'd just Glimmer during the end of that turn and scry 2. These are my scries. Draw 2. I would probably take both of them. I'll probably drop the drop this and put it in the bottom of the library, and draw that and whatever else comes after the pilot. Yes, I was really hoping for some red land, but oh well. The next turn would probably hopefully see red land. That would mean that I did my land properly. Oh no. So right now I just have to, like, this would be useful. It would allow me to discard a card and stop them from blocking, and then I can also draw a card whenever this is untapped. That would just allow me to get an extra draw per turn, which would be perfect. That would be good removal, and I'd use the extra draw to get that. And I just wouldn't see any red. That's why I only put 4 red cards in the whole deck, and that would be the finisher. That's an example play of what my deck would have done. Probably best just to stick to 2 colors, but I always like adding that flavor. And if I did have that extra mountain, I could have gotten an extra +1 to my vehicles and the dwarf I dropped. But it's not that important now that I look at it. And I'd probably set it up for a sideboard that would bring in these cantrips from white and just drop the red altogether and add some lands to replace the mountains. And
I would have just played blue-white. So yeah, that would have placed all the red cards and the 2 extra lands I don't need. And yeah, so that's pretty much how you go around playing a sealed deck. And I had a lot of fun building it. The best part about this game is building decks, and the flavor of this set is so great. And I love playing sealed formats because you get to experience the actual flavor of the set, the way it's meant to be, I guess. So yeah, with that in mind, I enjoy, really, the most important part about pre-releases are enjoying yourself and having fun. And I've never had more fun than at pre-release events. So if you have the ability or chance to, if you have a local game store that's close by, or if you even have a few friends that play abroad and you have special, especially have some time to go travel and see them and play with them, then that will probably be your best option too. It's fun to experience this moment. Pre-release events are just the greatest moment in Magic. And I just wish Friday Night Magic would keep up with the fun that was available in pre-release events. But drafts are always fun too. So if you ever have a chance to draft, try it out. Alright, so see you guys later. This has been Monkey Man, and thank you for watching.